guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. I was literally right about to walk out the door and then I forgot that I wanted to vlog today, so let me do a quick intro. Today's gonna be a reading and writing vlog. I'm heading out actually to return a couple of books from the library, and then I'm gonna go to Starbucks to get a coffee and sit there and try and get my writing done for the day. And then I have to take Gizmo to the vet at 4, so I need to make sure I'm back here by 3. Poor little guy has to get blood drawn. He's gonna cry. It's gonna be really sad. And then I also have a ton of reading that I have to get done today and tomorrow because I'm in the middle of 2 books from the library. One's an audiobook and one's an ebook, and I can't renew either of them because there's a line of people waiting for them, and one of them I have to give back in 2 days and one of them has to go back in 3 days. So I need to finish both of them because I'm in the middle and I'm really liking both of them, and I know if I have to return them and then wait like a month to get them back, I will never finish them. So we have to finish them this weekend. So yeah, I think that's the only intro you need for this vlog. Let's go to the library. Honestly, I shouldn't get any new books because I have so many here that I need to read, but I might look around. There's too many things to carry. I don't know how I'm always managing to leave my house with like a million things in my hands. I'm just not realizing I have 2 Starbucks cups. This is my lunch. This is a green smoothie. I have like no time to sit down and eat anymore. I swear I'm always eating in my car. Now I'm gonna try and listen to that audiobook on the way to the library to get some more progress done. It's such a long audiobook. I've already listened to like 7 hours of it, but there's still like 12 hours left. I feel like I'm never gonna finish. And it's annoying because it means now I have to stop listening to Taylor Swift and like actually act like a booktuber. So I ended up just dropping him off through the slot outside. I don't know why I thought I wanted to do everything in this order then, because the vet is over here, so I could have just done that after the vet if I was just gonna drop him off outside instead of going in. So that was just poor planning. Now I'm driving back to the Starbucks near my house, so then I'll be close to go pick up Gizmo when it's time to take him over. I don't know how long I'm gonna sit there. It really just depends on how busy it is. It's around lunchtime and I live by the high school, so the traffic was really bad getting out of there. So I might go to like the Starbucks that's like one further away, so I have at least some quiet to try and get some work done. Okay, so I changed my mind. I just came back. I just know how busy Starbucks is gonna be right now and it's just not worth it. So if I still want a coffee in an hour, it's 12:30 right now. 1:30 I think would be a better time. So if I still want one, then I'll go. But I'm gonna see if I can be productive here. I've been having such a hard time working in my room, so we're gonna go to the trusty wet bar out here, and I really want to make some good progress today. I have been horrible about writing lately. I had one chapter that I was really struggling with and I got really stuck on, and so I just like haven't been working on it. I've just been avoiding it at all costs, and I feel like once I get past this chapter I'll get my momentum back and I'll be fine. I just need to sit down and force myself to focus on this today. Okay, so it is now 1:30 and I've made some progress. Not a ton, it's been very slow going, but I have forced myself to sit here for an hour and make some progress at least. I don't know what it is, I'm just in like a terrible mood with this book. I'm in that mood where I'm like, I hate this. This is terrible. It's not even worth working on. I should just scrap it. It's unsalvageable, like I can't make it better. And I know that's not true. I know that's just my mood, but it makes it really hard to want to work on it when I hate it and I feel so discouraged about it right now. So I'm trying to push through that, but that's why I haven't been doing a lot of like writing updates lately, because I hate everything that I do right now. But yeah, I'm actually taking some online classes and stuff right now, so I'm gonna pop over to that and do some of my work for that up until the time that I have to take Gizmo to the vet. Okay, so it's about 2:30 and I just made myself some real food to eat before I take Gizmo so I don't have to survive off of just a smoothie today. It's just some veggie pasta with tomato basil sauce and some vegetables that I meal prepped. I actually did that in a video on my second channel. If you didn't know, I started a second channel for my health and fitness and lifestyle stuff, so you can follow that if you want to. And my energy drink. I get so many questions about these on my videos now, which is probably a sign that I drank them too often, but it's gotten to the point where I've started linking these down below in the description also because everyone seems to be very curious about these. I love them, would highly recommend. I keep going back and forth on what my favorite flavor is now. Right now I'm on the Carnival Candy Grape flavor. This used to be called Cotton Candy Grape, but they renamed the flavor Carnival Candy Grape, but I'm on this flavor kick right now. The rainbow candy one tastes like Skittles, also really good. The peach rings I kind of burned myself out on, but those were really good. I think those are the only flavors I've tried actually. And now that I've seen that they've changed the name to Carnival Candy, I want to know why. Is like cotton candy trademarked or something? Can they not use that term? Because I know they can't use Skittles for the rainbow candy flavor. That's why it's called rainbow candy. Interesting. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out and probably watch an episode of something before I head out. I've been watching True Blood and I've been binging this so hardcore right now, you guys, because I was reading the True Blood books, and so then I was kind of curious. I wanted to go see how similar the show was because it's been so long since I've seen the show that I couldn't remember, and I never watched it all the way through. I can't remember where I stopped. I think I'm actually getting to the part that I stopped at. I'm almost to season 5. I don't know when I started watching the show, but within the last like 2 weeks and I'm already at season 5. That's just embarrassing. So yeah, I also realized that I never told you which books I'm reading. I just said I was reading 2 books. But yeah, the audiobook that I'm listening to is Spinning Silver by Nevaeh. This is the one that's due in 2 days. I'm now 38% of the way through this. This audiobook is so long. I'm listening to it at 1.75 speed, sometimes 2 times speed if I feel like I can stay caught up with it. And I still have 11 hours left of this audiobook. It is so long. I think it's like a 20-hour long audiobook, which if you don't listen to audiobooks and you like don't have a reference for that, that's above average. Like a normal length, like 300 to 350 page YA book is like maybe 7 hours, and then I listen to it on 2 times speed, so I finish a book in like 3 hours. 20-hour long audiobook, way above average. And then I'm also reading A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kavanaugh. This is actually on my TBR for September, but I only have 3 days left on my loan, so we need to finish that this weekend. I'm reading that on my iPad, so I actually don't know how far I am in the book. Hold on. I've actually been pretty good about reading this one. I think I'm like 38, oh my god, no way. 38% of the way through, and I'm 38% of the way through with this one too. That's funny. We're already like halfway through this vlog, but those are the books that I'm reading this weekend. Kissy Gizmo, you ready to go? We brought his toy Fred with him, and he's upset because the other dogs aren't coming. Okay, so Gizmo and I just got home. It's about 4:30. They were able to get us in early, so that was great. Now I want to get my workout in. I think I'm gonna try and listen to the audiobook, at least while I warm up on the treadmill, get my workout in, and then spend the rest of tonight, or the majority of the rest of the night, trying to get some reading done in both of my books. Problem is I'm really enjoying Spinning Silver. Actually, I have the physical book somewhere around here. So the good thing is I own this one, so if I have to give back the audiobook, I can still read it. I don't own A Curse So Dark and Lonely though, so if I don't finish that one, then I'm just kind of screwed. But this is like, I don't know if any of you have read this. It's a really interesting fantasy. I don't think it's even considered YA. I think it's just adult fantasy. And honestly, it reads more like a fairy tale, like an old school fairy tale than a fantasy. So it's, the world building is incredible, but it's like really slow and it's not like super fast paced. And so trying to speed through the book, I feel like it's gonna ruin my enjoyment of it because I was taking so long, because I was just like slowly enjoying it. It's that kind of book. So hopefully I can finish this in 2 days. It's a dense book, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Honestly, I'm so impressed by this. Yeah, it's like 500 pages. Would highly recommend though, if this is your thing. This is so well done. I'm so impressed by this author's style and writing ability. I think I talked about this when I was reviewing An Ember in the Ashes, how sometimes you just feel like the author has like a mastery over their story and you feel like you're in good hands with the writer. That's what I feel like with this. Like, it's a very particular style of storytelling and you're either gonna love it or hate it, but she does it well, objectively. Like, you can't argue even if it's not your thing. It's just well done. And then A Curse So Dark and Lonely is just like a YA fantasy Beauty and the Beast retelling, and that one's a lot more like fast paced and easy to read. I could knock that out in a single night, honestly, if I just dedicated the time to it. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get a workout in. I really don't feel like it today, but we're gonna do it, and then hopefully make some good progress in both my books tonight. Hello. So I am freaking exhausted. I've been up since before 5 o'clock today, so I'm about to pass out, but I've made a lot of progress in Spinning Silver. I'm over 9 hours in now, which means I added more than 3 hours of progress. I'm 51% of the way through, so I'm more than halfway, so that's good. And my plan is to read a chapter or 2 of A Curse So Dark and Lonely and then pass out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. I just got back from a walk and made myself a cup of tea. I've gotten in the habit of walking in the morning to catch the sunrise, and it's actually really nice. And I listened to my audiobook this morning, so let's see how much progress I made. I was at 51%. I got to 55%. So that's not nothing. I have 8 hours of the audiobook left. I've listened to 10, so considering I started at 6 yesterday, I've made 4 hours of progress, so that's good. And I read like 2 chapters of A Curse so Dark and Lonely last night. So my plan is obviously to read both of those today, and I am determined to get past this part in my manuscript so I can like enjoy writing again. So I'm stuck on chapter 6 and chapter 7 just because there are so many major changes to both of them. I'm practically rewriting both entire chapters, and that's why I've been so stuck on them. You saw my revision vlogs with all the sticky notes over there. I have been like brainstorming where I needed to fix things, and these 2 chapters were really big moments that needed a lot of changes for a lot of different threads and subplots and stuff. So it was just a lot of work basically. And so my plan is actually to print both of those chapters out. So I have them on paper, and then I'm gonna write like in a separate notebook or something my rewrite of them. I think I just need to get off the screen and sit down and like really focus on those today. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go out for breakfast and get an acai bowl to treat myself. I haven't eaten out like all week. I really haven't eaten out much at all this month, so I've been pretty good. So yeah, that's the plan for today. So it is now 1:45, and I'm so happy with the writing progress that I made today. Writing it down and like printing everything out helped so much. So I finished rewriting chapter 7, well, the like first scene of chapter 7 that I needed to rewrite, and I'm really happy with it. It was hard because it was one of those things where I needed to rewrite the entire scene and change the entire scene. Not because the first scene was bad. It would have been easy if I didn't like the scene, but I actually really liked the scene, but I needed to change it because this one works better for like character development and the relationships between the characters. Like, it was important to change it. So it's one of those like kill your darlings kind of thing. I didn't want to have to delete the scene because I liked it as it was, but this one makes a lot more sense. So I'm really glad that I got that done. Now I had a YouTube video go up today on my main channel, so I think I'm gonna sit here and respond to some of those comments, and then we'll get some more reading done. I did listen to my audiobook a little bit more today. See how like swollen my lip is? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm now at 59% in this book, and it's due in 1 day. So can we do it? We shall see. So I've been like rushing to try and finish this book because I thought it was due tomorrow, but then I double checked and it's actually, I don't actually have to return it until like 8 a.m. the day after tomorrow. So I still have all day tomorrow to finish this. And then A Curse So Dark and Lonely is also due the day after tomorrow, but it's not due till like 8 p.m. So I have kind of 2 days to finish that one, which is good because I'm only 42% into A Curse So Dark and Lonely, but I've made a lot of progress with this one today. I am 78% of the way through it, so I have about 4 hours left on the audiobook, and it's so good, you guys. If you haven't read this one yet, I picked it up knowing literally nothing about it, and I'm so happy that I did. I didn't even buy this. I think this came in some like subscription box or something, and when I saw it I was like, I've never even heard of this book. I don't know what this is, but I'm so glad that I got this book. It's really good, and it's just really like unique. Like, I can't even think of like a book to compare this to because it's just so different, except obviously like fairy tales. I haven't been in the mood for fantasy. I didn't even realize I was in the mood for this right now, but I am. I say as I'm reading 2 fantasy books. I actually have my live show for my book club tomorrow. We're talking about Nevernight. So I read Nevernight like the very first week of the month, so it's been a really long time. So I definitely want to sit down and kind of compile my thoughts and make some notes and stuff just to be a little more prepared for our live show. But I think I'm gonna take a break from this for tonight because I've read it so much. So I'm gonna jump over to A Curse So Dark and Lonely because I haven't even picked this one up yet today. Hey guys, so it's the next morning. Morning is a generous word. I start my live show in 20 minutes. It's almost noon. I'm really excited. Our book club pick was Nevernight, so it should be a fun discussion because I ended up really liking the book. But as far as what I'm reading now, I made a little bit more progress last night and a little bit today. I went and got a leg workout in this morning. It was really great. Yeah, I'm about 52% of the way through A Curse So Dark and Lonely, and I'm 83% of the way through Spinning Silver. It's gotten to the point where it doesn't even tell me how many days I have left. It's telling me how many hours I have left with it. But I have less than 3 hours left in the audiobook, and listening to it on 2 times speed, that's an hour and a half. We can definitely do that today. I'm not even worried about it anymore. You can tell I've got fancy plans today with my sweatpants. I was gonna try and film today because my mouth is like so swollen and it hurts. I just like don't want to do more talking than I need to, so I'll wait and film a different day. But I have my first video on my second channel go up today, so that's really exciting. But anyway, I need to sign on and get everything set up for our live show, and I will update you guys later when I get some more reading done. I finally finished it. It's 5 o'clock. But we're done. Now we're gonna move on to A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I have about half of it left. If I could finish this also today, I'd be really happy. Okay, so update. It is almost 8 o'clock and I've made a valiant effort today. I finished Spinning Silver, gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, absolutely loved it. Returned it with over 12 hours to spare. And I've been working really hard on A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I also got my calendar all set up for the month. I am 77% of the way through A Curse So Dark and Lonely. So I have less than a quarter of it left. Honestly, because I get up at like 4:45 in the morning, I tend to go to bed around like 8 or 8:30. But I was so determined to get this done today, and I'm really enjoying it. I've been enjoying the whole thing, but I'm definitely enjoying it more now than I was for the first half of it. And now we're getting to like the climax of the book, so it's a lot more fast-paced. So honestly, I could probably fly through this last little bit pretty quickly, but if I do, it'll be like right before I go to bed. So I'm gonna end the vlog now. If you want to hear like full thoughts on these books, I'm actually planning on doing a science fiction and fantasy wrap-up, kind of like I just did a romance wrap-up recently on my channel. I've been playing with the formats of my wrap-ups and breaking them up by genre, especially because I'm gonna finish 12 books this month, and having 12 books to talk about in one video, I just feel like you can barely skim the surface on what you really thought about them, so it's kind of nice breaking them up by genre. So anyway, there will be a science fiction and fantasy wrap-up that will include both of these books in there, probably honestly before this video goes up, so if that's the case, I'll have it linked down below. I'll also have my romance one down there if you missed it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for this reading and writing vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up. Maybe check out my social media in the description if you want to. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and stick around. I put up new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. That's my new schedule. And other than that, I'll just see you guys in my next video very soon. Bye.
So hit me. So hit me. So hit me. First a confession. With you, I feel a connection. With